Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to tie Jack Gartside's bivisible Elk Hair Caddis. The hook that I have in the vise, this is a Hemingway's dry fly hook. This is a size 12 and this is the H123. It has a micro barb and I actually bent that down because I like barbless better. I'm tying it a size 12. I mean, there's places where the caddis hatches are that large. Not too many around my area, but this is also easier for demonstrating purposes. The thread I'm going to use, this is a dark olive Danville. And we're going to start out by putting a base of thread on the shank of the hook. And you can tie these flies down to size 20 if you'd like. And we're going to stop just past the barb or the point. First thing I'm going to tie in is going to be this extra fine copper wire. This isn't going to add enough weight to sink the fly. And we're going to secure that. It's so fine that it almost doesn't add any weight. We have a couple of wraps besides. And now I'm going to put the dubbing on. And the dubbing I'm actually going to use an Antron dubbing, and the dubbing would be to match the hatch. So I'm actually going to use a rusty dubbing because it's coming to the fall and those October caddis are rusty colored, almost orange. So I'm going to use a rusty Antron dubbing. And like I said, you can tie this to match any caddis hatch. Just change the color of the dubbing. Tan, olive, whatever you need to. And we're going to wrap this. And I'm going to have to add a little bit more. Remember, you can always add more. So when you make your noodles, make them thin. And we're going to stop about 1.5 to 2 eye lengths from the eye of the hook. Now I'm going to tie in the hackle. And I'm going to use a dyed brown Grizzly hackle. I'm going to stand up the barbels and give it the crew cut. And we're going to tie this in, actually pointing forward. Go forward on it a little bit, then I'm going to fold it back. And now we're going to wrap that, and we're going to palmer that through. Palmering being open spaces, just like a barber pole. We're going to come right to the back, and I'm going to stop it right there. Now I'm going to take the rib, and we're going to secure the hackle with that wire rib. We're just going to palmer that forward and bring that right up to the thread and tie that off. Oop. And that extra fine wire you can just break right off. the Hackle. I'm going to take my poke and snip, aka cuticle trimmer, and remove that. And now for the wing, I'm going to use elk body hair. And I have some in my hair stacker already. I'm going to go ahead and tamp that down. I'm going to lift my hair stacker and knock that down. Now when I take it out, I'm going to have the tips pointing the direction I want to put them on. And that's going to be the length right there. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Get that a little bit tighter in my fingers. We're going to put these on. And give it 3 or 4 wraps. You can go ahead and lift this up. Put a couple of wraps tight against it. Kind of lock it in place. And now for your bivisible, I'm going to take red deer hair, and I have some of that in my hair stacker already. I have it in my big hair stacker. Tap that down, and this is going to let you see it much better while keeping the profile and the colors of the caddis still for the fish. The fish shouldn't be able to see this. I'm going to make this just about the same size. You can go ahead and tie that down. We'll bring everything to the top. We're going to wrap that head. And then once again, wrap really close to the hairs. And now you can go ahead and trim this off. And trim this right with the shape of the body. And I actually missed one. Oop, got another long one there. We just picked that off. Now, because you see all of this head, it might be a little difficult to use a whip finish on there. So basically just take a bodkin with your half hitch tool, and you can go ahead and use that to tie your knot once, twice, even 3 times. And you're basically making a whip finish with this tool. Go ahead and pull that tight. Once, oh, there we go, I saw it on the bottom there. Once, twice, 3 times. And then push that right up against there, push that right against the hair, and pull that off, and you get a nice tight, secure knot. Take your poke and snip once again, trim that off. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to put some head cement on the bottom. Clean my brush off pretty good. I just got a new bottle of the Sally Hansen's. That's what I use for my head cement. And I have my brush from my previous bottle that I have cut to the point that I like, and just change out the brush applicators, and you won't have to keep cutting them. And here we have Jack Gartside's bivisible elk hair caddis. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please visit my sponsors. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.